Hello everybody. Here we are with another tutorial about bootcamp reverse engineering. In this tutorial, as I promised, we will start developing our own radar system. Now I have a good news for you. Finally YouTube allowed me to have videos above 15 minutes. So hopefully we can make this new radar system in one piece video, or maybe I'll split it in two sections, who knows. Now the one thing I want to mention is that I don't have any prefabricated scripts on a side screen looking at it and retyping things. We will start from scratch and going forward with each other. So naturally with every programming it can be some bugs, and we will debug them. Then they may be errors, they may be some problems. So before recording this video, I had done some R&D and found another very useful script about radar system. We will not take a look at it in this video because I want to focus on the bootcamp itself, but in next video section I think I will take a look at that script and see if we can implement some of its abilities in our script. So one thing I should say is that I forced to reinstall my Windows, and the reason for these late updates was that I was waiting for new Unity versions to see if they implement the new GUI system in that or not. Unfortunately, the new GUI system didn't make it to Unity 3.5, so I came back to Unity 3.3 and bootcamp, and we will continue until the GUI system comes out. Then I may release another video to see what we need to change to accomplish our goal. One of the things that I don't have now is Photoshop or any other 3D package beside Unity and Camtasia. So I need to export some of these assets from this project to short the time I need to build things like the occluder or textures. But as I mentioned in previous videos, you can easily develop your textures and use them. So let's start. First thing we need to do is that I don't like the way the Unity is managing things. Some part of radar in one folder and some part of it in another folder. Excuse me. So I'll take this and put it right in radar system, and the thing we need to put there is the, where was it, radar map. Okay. Now radar map is a prefab. Interesting. Okay. Now we have everything we need for radar in one place. The occluder, the map, the endpoint, the arrow, the camera. And we need to make a prefab for this one. So in prefab folder, create prefab, and let's call it radar. And we just drag and drop the radar on it. Now we have a prefab here. We have nothing to do with this window anymore, but we have all the things we need here now. So the things we need to export first is the prefab radar, then some textures, and some shaders. Now alpha cancel is not a standard package shader, and I'm not sure if alpha blend is the same alpha blended that we use. So the next thing we need to take is the arrow, the target, the radar point, and radar forest. I think that's all. If any dependencies are there, the export package will do that for us. So export package, let's take a look. Radar prefab, shaders, seems no dependencies. Export, and I'll put it on desktop, call it radar package, save, and waiting to export. Now because I'm recording the video, the computer will go a little slow. Okay, we have it. Now I'll create a whole new project. Okay, and what do we need from our standard packages is just a first person controller to walk around the board, nothing else. Okay, and we will call it radar system, and character controller package imported. That's not pro and comes with every Unity package, and create, and don't save. We don't need any of the changes we made. So we are in a new project. Now first thing, import package, and from desktop, let's see, radar package. It should have all our things. I'm not sure if it imported dependencies correctly. We will see about it. So we have shaders, we have a character controller from the standard package, we have all our textures, and we have the radar that has all the things we need, I think. So let's create a plane, and we don't need the main camera because the first person controller has a camera, and from a standard I'll drag the first person controller here. So now if I play, I should be able to walk around, as you see. Of course the plane is not scaled enough, so I'll just scale it, and let's take a look. Yeah, it should be more than enough now. Now I'll put a simple directional light like that, and the directional light, and move it somewhere that I don't see it. Now I need to import my prefab. Put the radar, bingo. And what we have is a camera, okay, endpoint. Let's take a look at it. That's the endpoint, okay, way above, but we can make it on the ground. The arrow, everything is above the ground. I'm not sure why. And the arrow is still above the ground. We are way above the ground. our endpoint is there, so I'll simply move them with eyeballing somewhere near the point I need them to be, and rather, or one thing better to do is to take the radar and move it down, all the way down with each other, and checking this. Oh, sorry, I moved it way above by myself. I done it myself, sorry. Now, will you just move the camera, please? And now it's below, it's below, it's below, it's below. Okay, we just needed to move the camera. Okay. Now from the top menu, I'll move it somewhere else, but like that. Okay. As you can see, we can't see anything here for time being. So we'll check our materials. Oh, we forgot our materials to be exported. The dependency didn't export them. So, going back. No harm. Open project. Bootcamp. Open. Don't save. Where is the scene? Here it is. Okay. Again, I'm sure I didn't save it. Yeah, I didn't save it. Forest floor. Where is the endpoint? Endpoint. Take it all the way to the radar. And radar map. All the way to the radar system. So let's take a look. It's radar map forest. It's target and radar map arrow. And what's the name of the material here? Alpha cancel. Okay. So do we have the prefab? No. Yeah, we have the prefab. Okay. So I'll simply drag and drop to be sure, to be safe. Now the things we need to export. And from the textures, it was a MISC, sorry. It was arrow, it was radar target. And in materials, if I can find them. Where it is. Alpha cancel. Radar. What was else? Target, where it is. Of course I can search, but I don't want to do that. In particles it should be. Yeah, it's there. Okay. Any more thing I forgot? Meshes. I'm not sure. I didn't check the occluders or grenade object pipe. No. Characters. Crow. No. Maps. Misc. Rather occluder. Okay, we need that. What else? No, it's soldier. Vehicles, weapons. Now I didn't see the mesh of the map itself. So where is it? Ah. Where are you? Rather map. I think. Yeah, we lost every selection. Okay. Alpha cancel again. Rather. There are materials, target, and alpha cancel and radders. So that should be all. I'm not sure why dependency didn't take them. Yeah, rather occluder, okay. Glass plan, rather occluder, no name. Now I think that's taking it now, because we get the smooth look at now. Okay, the first time it didn't export correctly, because if it exported correctly, all the dependencies should come up. Okay, save. Yes. Thank you. And just in case, I saved the scene and open project, our radar system open. So I'll just delete these shaders, textures, and we'll just have the standard asset. Now you can import custom desktop and rather package open. Now import. Okay, now I'll drag the radar prefab. Oh yeah, now we have everything. Okay, here is our endpoint. We have everything now. Okay, so we don't have any plan. Game object, other plan, or just do this. Now where is our endpoint? It's below. Oh, alright, 0. Thank you. Now our endpoint is in the same position. Our arrow is down. Our radar camera, we can move it up like this. So if I just move the radar camera around, now I should be able to see the endpoint somewhere. Yeah, I still can see the endpoint. This is the endpoint. So we are in place and in shape. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, everything seems fine, but this clipping is not good. Much better now. Okay, we will deal with the position in a script later on, so no worries. Okay, now that we have everything with ourselves, I'll save the scene and new folder calling this scene and save it as development level. Now in a standard package we should have the mouse look, and where is the target look at, because I'm sure it exported it somewhere. Camera scripts, mouse look at. Okay, so we have everything ready. I'll create a new folder. Not there, thank you. Here, okay. Call it scripts. And now let's start the fun. Not from here. This is JavaScript. Do we have any C#? No. Okay. Synchronize my develop project. Radar system. It's saved. So I just in a script I'll just create new C# script. It will be a temporary. I don't want that. Oh, I forgot something very critical. When you restart the reinstall the Unity, you need to tell the Unity to use enabled, no, external version controller. I don't want that. You need to tell Unity to use Visual Studio, if I remember correctly where what it was. It's not there. Preferences. So external script editor, and that's it. Okay, so now if I it's now opening. Okay, here we are. So I don't need this script anymore. I'll simply delete it and now create my own script, because I have some templates that I can use. And we are in mono behavior, most common use mono behavior classes. No, that's it. Okay, and let's call it radar. That's simple. Okay, now I have some sticky notes I made just for our purpose. What we want to do in this radar system: one, we want to make it all standalone, so we want to check if camera is there or not. If not, create it, then assign proper attributes to that camera, then check if the player exists or not. If not, send an error and stop right here. If we have not occluder instantiated from a prefab, if the materials are not there, create them, assign textures to the materials, and then we will start to track the player and position the camera, and we will check a distance between player and endpoint, so that when the player nears the endpoint and we see the flashing endpoint, then we don't need the indicator arrow, and we will do the same indication arrows for mobs or vehicles or etc. And you'll find that way how we can do the indication. And we want to show the enemies, NPCs, from friends, vehicles, etc. We will give the developer an option to rotate the camera with player or not. If the camera don't rotate, then we will create an indicator for the player's position and direction on the map. But if it's rotating, then we will check that if the player indicator exists. If so, we will delete or hide it. That's the procedure. Now we will start the coding, so we need some variables. Here is the list of variables I found and we will see how we can organize them later on. But let's take a look. We want a player, so it will be game object, or we can use a player tag. We will select one of these two. Then we have enemy tags, NPC and vehicle tags. We have an array of textures for maps. Unlike Bootcamp that had one map texture, we can give the developer ability to switch the textures depending on game level. We will have a player indicator color, enemy indicator color, NPC indicator color, vehicle indicator color, and endpoint, that's game object. This is one thing I added. It's the north direction indicator. Then we will have the ability to give the developer to rotate the camera. We will address the occluder, the map plan, and the camera. And the indicator should be a 3D object. I didn't have the time to install any 3D package to make a simple arrow in 3D. So I'll pause the video some time in the recording and go and download a simple triangular shape arrow. Indicator distance is a float. Occluder material, and these are our materials. And then the radar position, so we can give the ability to position the radar on right side, left side, center, or all 9 of standard positions. So I'll start creating these. Okay, so I'll just copy them, and in public variables I'll just do this. Okay, and paste it. So all of that is comments. Now I'll start to make them one by one. Now I should decide if I want the player to be a game object or we will find it by tag. Now there's something that I was looking forward in R&D, and that was if we have the ability to create tags or layer names in runtime. Unfortunately we don't have. So we should indicate that in our script. So we will start from there. So we will say we are creating a guideline for anyone who wants to use this script. So we say create an empty game object, call it radar, and assign this script to it. Then add these tags to the game editor. We have the player tag by itself. We need enemy, NPC, vehicle, and what else do we have here? I don't think anything else. Yeah. Or you can change the tags and assign them in a script. That's the first part we want to address. The second thing, let me do this. Okay. What the hell? One add. The second thing we want to address is this 2. Not here, sorry. And okay, 2, create a layer called radar. We want these to be happening. So I'll save the script right here and go back to Unity and do the same thing here. So if we select anything, we will see that we have the player tag. We didn't add the first person controller yet, so I'll do it right now. Standard character first person. Okay, so we have the first person controller now. It's right on the floor if you look, and we will tag it the player. Okay, now we need to add some tags. We need to address enemy, NPC, and vehicle. Nothing else. Okay, and we need to add a layer, so I'll select the radar and layers. Of course we have enemy, NPC, vehicle, but add a layer. Oh, sorry, I added them in. Oh, interesting. Okay. Sorry, these are layers, we don't want them, so delete. We have tags. We need 3 tags. One will be enemy, another will be NPC, and another will be vehicle. Okay, that's all, and we added the layer radar. So we have the player tag from the start. Okay, now that we addressed it, what the hell? Alright, yes. Now we can start adding the attributes or variables. Now we have the tag for player, so we can just use that. So we start with string, public string player tag equals player. That's all. Okay, public string NPC tag equals NPC. These are default values. Public string enemy tag equals enemy. Public string vehicle tag equals vehicle. That's simple. Okay, now let's take a look at the Unity, and of course we will need to create a empty game object and call it radar system, then assign our radar to it, and we should have the tags there. Okay, now we can do something else. What the hell? And that's like this. We can start grouped variables here, and as you can see, it's system serialized and public classes, and we call them tags, and move all of these from here to here. Now we need to add that. So we will see public, what did we name it? Tags. Public class tags. Okay. Public tags. Oh yeah, we name it tags. Okay. With this. Control S, and let's build it to see if we get any errors. Build successful. Now if we go back to Unity, this is what we get. You'll have a drop down menu for tags. Okay, that's better in my eyes. So we addressed it. Now we need maps, indicator colors. We will see why we will need it. So another one of these, I just simply what the hell, window, view. Where's the line numbers? I don't know. Okay, we will just copy this and paste it and call it colors player indicator color, and of course it's not this string anymore, it will be color public. Oh, we need this to be here. Color, come on, yeah, equals color dot, oh come on, color dot, what the hell, oh, we forgot this. These are coming from mono behaviors. Okay, so now we will be able to do this. The color dot, oh my god, okay. Public colors, colors. Do we have them now? Yeah, but now that's interesting. Okay, okay. Take it from there. That was wrong. That was totally wrong. Okay. What the? Build it again. Sometimes it don't call that, or I'm not sure if we have this because of this. So let's do this. As you know, programming new things are problem every time. So I'll just need to go back and forth and see what's working and what's not working. Yeah, I know. I forgot that, I know. Okay, now the tags should come back. What the hell is doing this? Anyway, reset, remove component and add it again. Behavior, this needs to derive from mono behavior. Did I just removed from the yeah, now that was the error. I removed it from here. Now it should work, and we want to uncomment all of that. Now this should work again. Yeah, we see the tags, okay, but we don't see the colors because we didn't add it. Okay, now we add the colors, and hopefully now we have a bunch of colors. Yeah, now why the hell don't I see the color variable there? And we don't need that color name. Equals new color. No, not like that. We don't need new. Okay, color dot green. What the hell? The NPC equals color dot yellow equals color dot white. Yeah, equals color dot no, this one is red, this one is white. Now yeah, yellow, red, white and green. Oh gosh, let me see. Public test. Oh, no. Color. Oh. We don't access to colors. Public color test equals no suggestions. Of course you don't have any suggestions. Color dot what the hell? Now here it comes. Search. Color. Yeah, white, blue. Why it's not working? Was it this? Color dot green, yellow, red, white. Yeah, now the green is working. Okay. But why others didn't work? Remove component, rather. Oh yeah, now it's working. Okay. So basically we indicate the colors for other things. Now it's working. Okay. But my intelligence is not working correctly. Okay. That's because I installed resharper without configuring it. Now we have the colors done. Now we have game objects. So again, hopefully this one works. We call it objects, and of course I forgot to do this. NPC indicator, enemy indicator, and vehicle indicator. Now the way I'm doing this is that I want to make one 3D object for indication and then assign different materials to that when I'm instantiating them, and assign the color to that material to indicate the type of the thing it's indicating. So we don't need different indicators for different object types. So we need endpoint. So public game object endpoint equals nothing. Then we need game object north. Then we need a game object occluder. Then we need game object map plan. Then we need public game object, what else, camera. Then we need indicator, public game object indicator. Do we have any other game objects? No. So we call this objects, public objects Control S, and now of course we should see it here, and they are game objects. Okay, endpoint, north, occluder, map plan, camera, indicator. Then okay, we need settings. Now So we call it settings, and now in settings we need indicator distance, and that's float. Indicator distance, and for now I'll assign, I don't remember the correct number from the previous videos, but we can check it later. For time being we assign 1F of course, and then what else do we have? Camera can rotate, so it's type bool camera can rotate equals true. What else do we have? So we address this one, oh yeah, radar position. Okay, so this one will be enum camera position, and we call it radar position. Okay, radar position equals something, and it should be here. Control X. It should be all the way down. Okay, now what we want to do is say top left, top middle, top right, middle left, or just middle. This one will be center, then screen center, then middle right, then low left, low center, and low right. Okay, now we need to address this here, so it will be public radar position underline radar position. This is the suggestion of resharper. Okay, and now we add the settings here. Hopefully it's not confusing. Settings controllers. Basically the thing I'm doing is that we have it. Okay, basically what I'm doing is that I'm separating different attributes or variables in different drop down menus just by putting them in classes, and you needed to have the enum out of every class and below your script. That's the case in every enum and not just this one. So we had the objects, we had the settings, now we had materials. So again, copy this and paste it here, call it materials. Okay, what do we have here? is occluder material. So this one will be of type, I'm not sure it's lowercase or material. No, it should be this, yeah. Control V. Calls new material, and what do we have here? Nothing. So no, we want to leave them empty. So another one, material, and this one will be player indicator. T material. Okay, the next one will be again material, and it will be enemy indicator material. Another one will be material NPC indicator material, public material vehicle indicator material. What else do we have? Yeah, public material map plan material, and I'll move it here to be organized. Okay, now we address the materials, we address the radar position. Now we just have the maps. The maps will be an array, so public materials, call it materials. The maps will be an array of textures. Why the hell, why not? Control C, Control V, and we will call it maps. And it will just have one attribute for time being, and we call it, of course it will be texture 2D array. We'll call it maps, and we'll public maps. Now we should have all the variables we need. Oops, maps.maps member name cannot be the same. Yeah, that was what I was afraid of. And yeah, we have it. Okay, maps. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm dumb, you know. Control X, Control V, and we don't need this one because arrays have drop down by itself. So now it should be organized just like that. Okay, now we have all the variables we need. We have colors. You need to address the objects. You have some settings. You need to find a way to define the materials or check for materials. And we have the maps. Okay, so now we need some uh, not public variables, and they will be private. We don't have any properties for time being, so we need a private bool called initialized equals false. Now we go to start and we say if not initialized, come on, initialized, then we want to call some things, but before that we need to define them. So we want to define initialize, and that will be public void. So we want to do some things if we are not initialized in a start method. Okay, we want to initialize, and in initialize, of course, we will check most of our job for time being and then say initialize. What the hell is doing this? Initialized. I'll check the resharper. I may pause the video for that. Initialized equal true. Okay, so that's what we want to do for now. I'll pause the video and check the resharper and we'll come back. Okay, finally I managed to correct the resharper intelligence. Okay, now the first thing we are doing is that we are checking the intelligence, and after that we are checking the initialized method. So now that we come back, where was I? Oh yeah, we are in this stage. Okay, where's my sticky notes? We are in this stage. We want to check things and assign them. So the first thing you want to check is one, the player, and second, the camera. So in initialized, we will do lots of things. First of things, if game object dot find object with tag, and the tag we want to search is player tag. I hope we can access that. No, tags dot player tag. If not that, or we should say if it's equal to null. Okay, then we want to return. We don't want initialized. And the second is if game object with capital G dot find object with tag tags dot, oh, we don't have any tag for camera. Sorry, I forgot to add that. So in tags, its camera tag equals radar cam. Okay, so if game object find game object tags dot camera tag equals null, then we don't want to return, we want to create the camera. So my sticky notes. I'll remove this one from the view for time being. We don't need it anymore. So we check the camera, we check the player. So we find the occluder, then next thing. Okay, game object. Oh, come on, boy. Dot find. Okay, tags dot. No. We don't. Objects. Objects dot occluder equals null, and we don't need this at all if objects.occluder equals null. Yeah, and that was the reason I didn't add the camera tag. Okay, back and forth. We need to do things, and as I'm here, we don't need camera tag. Okay, thank you. Okay, now we check the occluder. The next thing we want to check was materials and then textures. Okay, so for materials we should go one by one, and yeah. So the next thing is if materials dot occluder materials equal null, we want to do something. Then if materials dot player indicator material equal null, then we want to do something. Let's take a look. Map plan material. Okay, so if materials dot map plan material equal null, then we want to do something, and enemy, NPC, and vehicle. Okay, if materials dot enemy indicator material equal null, then we want to do something. If materials dot NPC indicator material equals null, we want to do something. If materials dot vehicle indicator materials equals null, then we want to do something. Okay, that's it for time being. What else do we have? Yeah, here we want to check other things we had to in objects too. So here we have endpoint, north. Oh god, we have lots of things. Okay, so here is this. If we say object dot camera equals null, and if objects dot endpoint equals null, if objects dot indicator equal null, then if objects dot map plan equals null, then if objects dot north equals null. Okay, so all the checkings are in there, and of course we will have one last check. If maps dot count, what was that? Yeah, maps. Okay, if maps dot length, sorry, equals 0, then we want to do something else, and of course we want to do this above all these checks. I'll tell you why. Because first we are checking the player. If we don't have any player tag, then we have nothing to do. And then we want to check the maps. If we don't have any maps, we will simply again return, because we don't have anything to do, so return. In both cases, initialized will remain false, but then all these things can be created, and that's what we will do. So we put down the skeleton for initialized for time being. Now let's go back up, and we say that okay, we have all the properties. Okay, no awake. In the start, oh gosh, all of these should go in initialize. I had put them in the start. So first thing we do to in the start, we will check the initialized. If we are not initialized, it means that we have no checking. Then we will go all the way to do that checkings and come back. Now that we have initialized, again I'll check if not initialized, then we will not in start, sorry, in late update. If not initialized, then we will simply return. We have nothing to do, okay? And we don't have anything to do in update, because all the camera things are happening in late update, okay, and not in fixed update. On the reset is just there. Okay, so the first thing we are doing in starting of the game, we'll initialize our things, instantiate our things, placing them in place and everything. Then we will check if anything happened that stopped us from doing that. We have nothing to do with this script, then return. A little optimization there, okay? So now we want to check these. If we don't have a camera, then we will say a game object, and we call it radar cam equals new camera, and what we have in camera. I hope it works, I'm not sure. Then saying radar cam dot name equals radar cam, and radar cam dot tag equals tags. Oh no, we don't need that. rather cam dot mask layer. I'm not sure. Dot layer. Yeah. No, it's we don't want that one. Rather cam dot. Let's take a look. Animation, audio, camera, collider, game object, GUI, height is layer, light, name. Interesting. Oh, we didn't make it a camera, I think, or else. Yeah, camera dot, sorry. Mask layer, come on. Layer mask, where are you? So orthographic is true. The things I can find for now. So now that we are, oh, cannot convert to game object. Okay, sorry, that should be camera. Okay. And I shouldn't need this one now. Yeah, because that's the camera type now. Okay, now that we don't have any cameras, okay, in Radar script, as you can see in objects, the camera is empty. If I run it, I should see a camera here. To audio listeners, okay, where are you? Radar, plan, main camera. Oh, sorry. Delete the main camera. We don't need that. But I don't see any camera. Interesting. Where am I? Initialize. So we are differentiating, we are creating a new camera, we are naming it, we are setting it, and let's say radar camera dot game object dot parent dot transform dot parent equals game object. So no, nothing adding here. Okay, so this is not the way. So game object, call it radar camera equals new game object, and then we say radar cam dot add component, and that's camera component, and here is now you're addressing the camera. Yeah, and that's the game object, so we don't need this code. Now let's see. Oh, a new expression record. Oops. Okay. What the hell? Can I convert? Yeah. dot transfer. Did it solve the issue? Hopefully. Yeah. Okay, now what the hell, why don't I see it here? Do we call this from start? And where is the settings? Oh, in private variables. It's false, so if not initialized, initialize. Let's see. If you are calling this at all, debug.log, and we say initialized, are we calling it at all? Yeah, we are calling the initialized. So our camera is null, but it's not creating anything. So the next step is debug.log, creating camera. No, it's not called. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. We are checking these two before the camera. That's the reason. So basically, what's the error I was looking for that's not there at all? Is that I didn't assign the player. I did assign the player, but the map length is 0. So I'll just comment this. Not you, please. Okay. So now we should see the camera being added here. And yeah, there is a radar cam, and it has the camera component. Now it should be orthographic. Okay, so that was what I was looking to. And now calling mask. Oh, it was calling mask, not mask layer. Okay, so the things we are looking for is these settings. So clear flag depth only, we will set it now. So radar cam dot camera dot clear flag equals clear, no, oops, now how should we address it? Okay, for time being, dot calling mask, oh, what was that? Yeah, see you. Okay, that's calling mask equals radar. That's simple. Cannot implicitly convert type string to integer. The thing is that layers are integers, okay? And this is the 8 or 9, I'm not sure. So how the hell should we call the name? Let me see, equals 9 for time being. I saved it. Okay, I'm saving it. Sometimes it doesn't compile correctly, and you need to do a little change. So calling mask define unnamed, nothing is 0, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, I think. So this will be 0, so we should now see just the nothing. Yeah, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, then we will convert it to 6. So basically we are first selecting nothing, then just a radar. Oh, come on. Okay. It's the first time I'm dealing with cameras with these type of things. So where is calling mask? Transparent. Yeah, it's not calling it. Okay. So it's not this. 6, 7, 8, 9 now, or 8. I'm not sure. Unnamed tree. So unnamed tree. Oh. The 9 should be rather. We should go one by one, or now we are calling it in the start. So again, unnamed tree. 10. Shouldn't be that. Transparent fx is 10. What the hell? No. Calling mask index, and I should activate it first. Calling mask index. Yeah. So Yeah, I hate when they are using JavaScript without C#. Oh, what the hell is this? Okay. Camera calling mask. Let's see this one working. If it works, it will be funny. But not 0, so thank you, 8. Then we don't have any errors. Yeah. So the calling mask is an index, so we should address it somewhere in here, in settings, of course. So in layers it's 8, so it will just call it 8. Okay, so in settings, come on, where are you? Settings, we will say public integer layer index equals 8 for time being. Okay, and let's see if I can address it like this in here. Then we'll say, yeah, settings dot layer index. And sure, so it's just radar. Okay, so now that it's working, we need to address other issues. For example, depth only clear flag. Now the next one is radar camera dot clear flag. And what was that? Dot, yeah, thank you, equals clear flags dot depth. That's it. Okay, the next thing is projection orthographic size equals 32.32. Radar cam dot camera dot size we don't have that. Orthographic size equals 32 by 32 f. Now the next thing we will address, we'll place the occluder in correct place, but for time being I'm working on camera. So near clip plan and far clip plan, these will be easy. Radar cam dot camera dot near clip plan was 0.3, I think, if I'm right. Yeah, and far clip plan 1000. So radar cam dot camera dot far clip plan equals 1000. Okay, later on we will address all these numbers in different parts of the system, but for time being we will hard code that. The normalized viewport rectangle, that's hard to address, but let's address the things we can. Render cam the camera the depth will be equals to 1. Then rendering path forward, I hope we can address that, or even if we need that, rendering path equals rendering path dot forward. Okay, next thing, target texture, we don't have that. So now normalized viewport rectangle, render cam that camera that normalized. As you can see, we don't have that. Okay, because we have something else. We have pixel height, pixel rect, and pixel width. We have these three. Now width and height can be addressed directly, I think, width and height. So this is width, so the pixel width was equal this, and height is this. Radar cam dot camera dot pixel height equals this. Now oops, cannot be assigned to. Now let's see what's the error. Cannot be assigned to, it is read only. What the hell? Yeah, I know that's the problem. I had much hard time with this, and nothing's popping up. So once I was let me see, debug with capital D dot log. Oops. Oops. Yeah, that's the point of using resharper. Okay, now let's run these and let's see what we get here. Yeah, that's not this at all. Thank you. So it's not pixel white. What the hell we have? Radar cam dot camera dot, now from top, animation aspect, audio background color, camera, clear flag, collider, calling mask depth, enabled for clip plan, field of view, FOV, game object, GUI, height, flag, hinge joint is orthographic, layer calling distance, light, name, near clip, network view, orthographic, particle emitter, pixel height, pixel rect. One of these two, pixel rect or rect, is the thing we are wanting to deal with, but I'm not sure. Okay, so we have an empty space. I'll mark it. to address the pixel aspects of camera later on when I found it. Okay, at least now we have the camera. Now endpoint is null. We don't have anything to do here. We can instantiate it, or you can say debug dot log warning, and you say you don't have any endpoint prefab address. Okay, that's it. Now if we have an endpoint prefab, now the thing no, that's it. Okay, and again we will return. If we don't have any indicator, we don't need the prefab. Okay, so we don't have the endpoint, any indicator prefab. We don't have any map plans. We don't have any north indicator. Any north address, and any occluder prefab. Now the thing I'm doing this here is that I will address things differently. I mean, for endpoint, if you think logically, you need to put the endpoint in map to complete the level. So basically the developers, or I should say level designers, need to put something in level to show the endpoint, so we don't need to instantiate it, but the indicators will be all instantiated in runtime, so we just need the prefab for that. I should separate these two with each other later on. So same as map plan, because different levels will have different dimensions, and map plans should be covered in level design. Same as north, the north is as endpoint, but occluder is just a prefab, and that's how I want to do that. So now I'll come up, and in objects I should add another one called prefabs. And call it prefabs. Now the endpoint node, north and map plan are objects. The camera can be object, but the occluder and indicator are prefabs. Okay, so I'll add it here. Where was that? Public variables, right after objects, public prefabs, and call it prefabs. Now I need to change the if statements because the prefab one is not in objects anymore. So this will be prefabs dot indicator. Okay, and the occluder will be prefabs. Yeah, double checking it. Yeah, that should work now. Build successful, and in rather now we have objects and we have prefabs. Okay, so now that we run the game, we should have some warnings. You don't have any endpoint address, and the script won't go any farther, because when we don't have endpoint, then there is no point in creating rather. And let's say that we create a empty game object for time being and assign it to endpoint for time being. So now we should get the error for north, any indicator prefab. Oh yeah, so prefab will be this indicator for time being, of course. Now we should get the map plan. So game object map plan, I'll sort them later by the I should say top priority from top to bottom. Now we will get the north, so this is north. Now we should get for occluder, so this will be occluder. Okay, the camera will not give error because we are creating the camera, and I forgot to assign the camera to that attribute. So after all of that, we will say objects dot camera equals radar cam. That's simple. So as I run the game now, you should see radar cam here. Okay, and we can find it here, and it will have all the attributes set, unless the X, Y, and height and weight. Okay, now I'll change these warnings to errors later, but for time being I'll leave them like that. Now this video is around 2 hours by now. I'll stop the video and upload it. Hopefully I can upload it because my internet speed is a bit low. We will come in next video, we will come back and address the materials. Basically we will create materials for each one of these, and then we will check if those prefabs are there. So if we have prefabs, so let's just very fast skeleton that. So if we have these prefabs, we will instantiate them. Okay, simply instantiate them and assign them, and then we will be ready to go on. So I need to I'll leave it like that for time being, or I can say debug.log warning again, and you don't have any textures for level maps. That should do it. Okay, so I'll save this script, pause the video, and I'll stop video, upload this video, and I'll see you in next series on Bootcamp Radar system, and we will continue this script. We have lots of jobs to do. Our least worries are just moving the camera, because that's 1 or 2 lines of code. All the else coding is just to make things completely automatic. So I'll see you later.